So today's video was slightly more laid back than, like, not really, because all I've been doing is like tags, but today I'm going to have like a talk to talk video, and today's topic is going to be cold sores, because right now I have 3 of them. Cold sores are something that I've just had my whole life. I've always had to deal with them, and just from my personal experience, I want to share what I do, and I want to share stuff I've researched for like years now, and I just want to share like what I know in case you don't have cold sores and you don't know how to prevent, or if you have them and you don't know exactly like the best way to treat, or if you do like have good ways to treat them, you can share them on here and just tell everybody else what you do, and maybe I don't know what you do. I'm going to be talking about like what are cold sores in case you have no idea, and like causes that can bring on cold sores, some symptoms, like when you feel one coming on, what should you do, what are some triggers, and like what do you do once you have one in case like the prevention of not letting them break out doesn't work, and then what to do to never get them, and also do's and don'ts that I think are very important to keep in mind. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first of all, cold sores are like small blisters on your lips or can be around your mouth, and they're really vicious. They're caused by the herpes virus, and that does not mean you have like herpes. Oh my gosh, it's like 90% of the population has this virus, and most of them don't even know. Sometimes they never even show symptoms, and sometimes they get them all the time. It just depends on who you are, how you contracted it, and yeah, it really depends. And if you're bullied, just forget about it, because those people are stupid and they just don't understand. So hopefully by seeing this video, it'll help you have more confidence about what you have instead of just being ashamed, because I used to be ashamed and I'm not anymore, because a lot of my friends get cold sores and it's just part of my life and I've just learned to deal with it. So I just want to help you guys. So these are some cold sores where it's been a few days and they kind of popped, so they're scabbed over, and it's not the best like view of them or anything, but mine always tend to go dark whenever they get whenever they burst, they get dark and then they scab, so that's what I have right now. It is a very contagious virus, okay? Guys, seriously, it is extremely contagious, and keep in mind there is no cure. Once you have it for the rest of your life, which sucks, but it's just something you're gonna have to learn to live with, and yeah, sorry. So the causes and like the prevention kind of go hand in hand. Like kissing somebody who has a cold sore, which it kind of looks gross when you go to kiss them and they have a cold sore. So just remember, do not ever touch a cold sore. If it's on somebody else, don't ever kiss them. If they eat something and then you eat off the same fork, you can get it that way. Like if you're like making out with them, it can be transferred through saliva. And just remember, there is no cure. Drinking from the same cup, you can get it that way. And just kind of thinking about those things. Okay, so some symptoms you can have for a cold sore is like pain around the mouth or lips, and everybody who has had a cold sore before knows the feeling of when one's coming on. There's like, it's like a tingling hotness on your lips, and immediately you're like, oh no, please no, please praying no. But so, and you can also have a fever, you can have a cold, you can have a flu, a sore throat, and like your swollen glands can be like really swollen, and it's like a sign that one might be coming on, or you're just sick. But keep it in mind. So some triggers that can actually bring on a cold sore is a big change in your immune system. And looking at these, I've had a lot of these. Like, if you were eating healthy and then during the holidays you didn't eat healthy, that can just create a big thing in your immune system. Stress is another one where it can really bring on that cold sore virus, because the virus is just like dead asleep until one of these triggers, and then it might wake up and just be angry and it'll show on your lips. Overexposure to sun can actually really bring on cold sores. And let's see, like a cold or a flu, when your immune system's down like that, it can bring on the cold sore because you're weak and it's harder to fight it off. And also like citrusy fruits that are like really acidy, like orange juice, can actually really bring on cold sores, which I am not a fan of orange juice, but like the day of or the day before, my dad offered me orange juice and I drank it, and I have sworn never again. Never again. And like things that you can do to like avoid these triggers is like really like meditation and stuff like that. I do yoga, and I haven't been doing yoga for like a month now, which I gotta start doing it again. So yoga is really good for just like keeping your body at a calm level to avoid all those triggers. So if you feel a cold sore coming on, one thing that you can do is ice your lips, which you take just an ice cube and then put it in a plastic bag, and then you just hold it against your lips for like 20 minutes, and most of the time that actually works. For me, I was really tired and I felt it and I was too lazy, and now I completely regret not icing down my lips. And also, milk is really good for like doing the same thing that icing down your lips can do. You can soak a cotton ball and apply it to your lips, and it helps relieve the pain, which I kind of find interesting. I didn't know that until I researched it. So if your precautions to avoiding a cold sore does not work, some things that you can do to just help get through can be like putting cool water on a towel or a just like washcloth, and then just holding it against your lips for 20 minutes every 3 hours. I do this all the time, and it really does help, because some people will say dry out your cold sores, other people will say keep them moisturized. It really depends. Like, mine got dried out, that's why they popped, and it takes longer to heal. But if you keep them moisturized, they're going to be those huge blisters that are awful. So it really depends like what you want to deal with. I personally prefer to keep them moisturized because they'll heal faster, but they're awful and they're huge on your lips and you can just feel them. These are flat now because they popped, and they'll be there for like another week. Painkillers can be really good to just get through it and just relieve the pain. I take ibuprofen, and it just really helps. Another thing that you can do is using an ointment. Like, seriously guys, use an ointment. I've tried Abreva. Abreva does not work for me. So what I do to put on my lips, I take, this is just some random thing I found around the house. This is petroleum jelly lip remedy stuff, and it's just to keep my lips moisturized, because you don't want to use a lip balm and put it on, because you just put the virus on your lip balm. So if you use that after you get rid of your cold sores, you're going to get another one, or you might give it to somebody else who uses that after you, so it's not a good thing. And then, so I put the petroleum jelly on, and then I put on Zovirax. So I use Zovirax, and this stuff really, really, really helps. Just take a little bit, you put it on your finger and you dab it on, or you can use a Q-tip. It kind of depends on if I have a Q-tip around, if I'll use it, but most of the time I just use your finger, and then wash your hands. Seriously, you do not want to touch anything else after you've touched your lips. And anytime you touch a cold sore, which don't, anytime you touch your cold sore, you wash your hands immediately. You do not want this virus getting anywhere else in the house for anybody else to touch or to give it back to yourself. So just wash your hands, guys. So now is the do's and don'ts. And seriously, do not touch your cold sore. anytime, unless you're putting on like ointment or anything, do not touch that cold sore. It is extremely contagious, and you just do not want it getting anywhere. And if your cold sore dries out and it pops, cover it. Do not let that, this is going to sound so gross, I'm sorry, but all the bacteria that's in your cold sore when it pops, you don't want to get it anywhere, because that's the stuff that is completely awful. It's awful. It's just, ugh. You do not want that getting anywhere. So if it does pop, cover it, dab it, wash your hands, throw away anything that you used. If you use a washcloth, put it immediately in the laundry. Not like washing it, but just like in wherever you put your laundry to be washed. Don't let anybody else touch it. Do not put makeup on it. Seriously. That is just putting more bacteria onto your cold sore, and it'll just like go crazy. I've never put on makeup anytime. I prefer to let everybody see the disgustingness that'll go away than to cover it up and then just have it go insane. Along with the do not touching, there's no poking, there's no squeezing, there's no touching, there's no popping. You don't mess with the cold sore. I have a serious problem with touching my acne, and I do not touch my cold sore. Okay, so some do's that you can do after you have a cold sore is change your toothbrush. Seriously, change the toothbrush, because your lips touch that and it's got it all over. So just throw out that toothbrush, burn it, whatever you need to do, and get a new one. And then the last thing, put sunscreen on your lips. Seriously, you want to cover those lips and don't let them get burnt, because they can get burnt and it's not good. So, alright, so I hope you actually learned something, or if you didn't, I'm sorry. I just researched, and this is just what I know already. And if you have anything that you do that I haven't mentioned, please leave it down below. That'd be awesome. And if you like this, then go ahead and click the thumbs up, because, you know, that's like really nice to do. And if you want to, go ahead and click subscribe as well. I have a Twitter if you want to follow me. I don't know, I don't really post that much. I only have like 5 followers. And then if you also want to like my Facebook page, you can. I only have 1 like, which is kind of sad, but oh well. And I kind of post on there too. So like if you have anything that you want to talk to me about aside from YouTube and just seeing like what I'm doing whenever it takes me forever to make a video, you can go to those and just see what I'm doing. So yeah, I hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!